Back into another episode of the Game of Cryptos. I hope you guys are all doing well. Right now, we're actually seeing, Bitcoin hovering around that 60,000, 60 to 61K line. Obviously we're kind of at a point of resistance, local resistance level. We break this, honestly, we can get back to the 66 into the upper 60s. And then you guys, as soon as we break the 70s, I feel like I'm becoming redundant, guys. The sky's the limit. When we pass this yellow line here, close off the day with confidence. This is the 4-hour chart, but if we were to close, have a daily candle over this yellow line and it was green, guys, alts are going to go absolutely crazy. And right now, if we, a lot of times, people are still, asking these questions like, hey, is Bitcoin still bullish? Is this bull run still on? Is this market still bullish? Guys, all you need to do, go to a chart, when in doubt, zoom out. And it's really good to go to certain charts and analysis that kind of show you comparisons to previous bull runs. As you can see with this yellow, green, orange, and blue line and the red line, these are previous bull runs, and I've talked about this on this channel. You go to bitbo.io, you guys can go and see this chart, and the red line right here is the current cycle. What do you notice with all the other previous cycles? As the bull run continues on from the point of origin, which is the halving, this is when the market starts picking up. We're still in a little bit of sideways choppy conditions, but guys, that's what happened in some of the other bull runs. We started off more bullish than the other previous ones, but it kind of recorrected. But guys, it's coming. Again, nothing is for certain, but I would be willing to bet that we are going to start seeing our favorite altcoins start going crazy. Now, it's just, we kind of got to batten down the hatches, maybe sit on our hands and just really evaluate our portfolios and make sure we're ready for the continuation, hopefully, of this bull run. But as you can see, yes, there is this diminishing, kind of return. It's not as explosive as previous cycles, but that doesn't mean that we still can't see a 2x from Bitcoin from here or even more, So it's really important during these times to just do your research on your favorite cryptos, the narratives, make sure you're allocating your portfolios accordingly, because you're going to look back maybe in a year from now and be like, man, I wish I would have bought more crypto, but I was waiting for the right time to buy in. Guys, there's never, ever going to be the perfect time to buy in. At the end of the day, the market can move fast. We've seen daily candles with Bitcoin can move $5,000-$6,000 in a day. The market moves fast, so these discounts are only going to be around for so long. Another indicator that I like to look at, and a lot of other people are utilizing this to kind of dictate, okay, where are we in this cycle? It's the MVRV score. And as you can see from previous cycles, once we start kind of getting in that range of anywhere between 7 to 9, that's usually when we know the market is, kind of getting overheated and it's due for a cool off. And as we see each time, market gets overheated, cools off. Market gets overheated, cools off. Market gets overheated back in the last bull run, 2021, cools off. And what are we seeing right now? Obviously we're not in a bear market right now. We're in a bull run, which sometimes we have these random local top, bear markets where the Bitcoin might retrace for a little bit or go sideways. So it feels like a bear market, but in reality, we're still in a bull run. We're still in a bullish trend. Bitcoin is still significantly up from 15.5K all the way right now to 60K. So we are in a bull run, and I do believe that this bull run is still continuing, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. There has been a lot of talks where people think that this bull run could potentially end in, if we go back to this chart, some people are thinking that, hey, this bull run might end in November during the elections. I personally think that that's too soon. I do think that, hey, we might see an initial, run up and then maybe a slight cool off. But if you guys have been following my videos, you guys know that I think we are going to see the Oh, I messed up the chart. Anyways, I think that we are going to see the top of this bull run, at least one initial peak around August or around March or April of 2025, and then yes, we could see a little bit of a slight cool down, and then we might see, like we normally see in the bull runs, the top of the bull run towards Q4 of 2025, which would put it around October, November time of 2025. As we go and we look at crypto bubbles, I always like to go and see this. You see a lot of green, as I talked about earlier. The crypto market, it's green right now. And use this time, guys. Again, I feel like sometimes I repeat myself. Use this time to see what is doing well, what is outperforming other cryptos. Look at that. Compare your cryptos that are in your portfolio to other cryptos that maybe aren't in your portfolio. Because that being said, it's not technically too late to add plays to your portfolio, but there will come a point when eventually it is too late. Like eventually, instead of DCAing in and buying, you're going to eventually want to be DCAing dollar cost averaging out of the market and taking profits. Again, not financial advice. I don't think we're anywhere near that type of time, but those are things, this is a time where you can still be building your portfolio. And for those of you that feel like, hey, I think it's good, I think my portfolio is good, that's great. Then potentially just sit back, relax, and wait for the market to come to you. That way you're not doing anything irrational. But again, frequently go and check out the cryptos, whether it's the ones, any of the ones that you're invested in, and just in general, see what's going on in the market. See what cryptos are making, really big moves, what cryptos are not making moves, and that sometimes can kind of tell you a story. To finish this video off, it's not going to be long today. Again, for those of you, I do apologize that I haven't been posting as frequently, just having a lot of stuff go on in my personal life right now. But again, I do hope to get back to consistently posting at least twice a week, at least, and then hopefully like a live stream in a week. So at least 3 things for me each week. But I wanted to kind of end this video with, to get you guys thinking about your portfolios, to get you guys thinking about specifically narratives. And right here is a list of just, cryptos that have been talked about a lot in the crypto community, cryptos that people seem to be very, somewhat, potentially cryptos that people seem to be bullish on, whether they're high caps, low caps, and whatnot on that spectrum, high volatility, low volatility. But like, for instance, we have L1s, gaming, Bitcoin ecosystem, memes, AI. These are some of the potential bullish narratives for this bull run. Again, this isn't everything. This is just, somewhat of a small list. But what's important, I think, is sometimes it's good to write out lists like these, whether these are cryptos that you do have or don't have. And what I do is I like to go and start, just kind of comparing things. Sometimes when you write things down and you start, and you go on CoinMarketCap and you look at market caps and you're, looking at that, it's good to start evaluating, okay, is this crypto bullish? Am I bullish on it? Is it something that I do want to add in my portfolio? Or is it something that I need to take away from my portfolio? How many, returns, how many X's do I think it's going to get? Do that for each and every, I think it's a good idea to have a list of cryptos that you have in your portfolio and a list of cryptos that are not in these categories and compare them, because you never know, you might kind of realize like, I should get rid of this crypto and put in this other one. But like, for example, if I was going through this, let's say, you're looking at Solana. Solana right now, if we go to prices, Solana is a $143 Solana at a $66.8 billion market cap. For Solana to go to 300, it's going to have to be at about $130 billion market cap. Now, this is definitely possible for Solana. It can, but you just have to keep in mind, the higher the market cap, the harder it is to be able to get more returns, because it's going to take that much more money. So what becomes very beneficial when you start, writing out lists and realizing things is like, okay, hey, I think, maybe Solana's going to get like, again, guys, none of this is like financial advice, but let's say someone thinks, oh, I think Solana's only going to, 2x to 4x from here. So if you're someone that is in that camp, but let's say you're someone that wants to get a minimum of a 10x, and let's say you're like building a portfolio right now, you might want to go, further down your list and be like, okay, let me compare something else. I'm going to skip SUI for right now, but think about something like, for instance, Caspa. Caspa, I believe, is around a $4 to a $5 billion market cap. So this is about 3.94, so right around like 4 billion market cap. So Caspa at a $4 billion market cap, if it were to 10x, that's a $40 billion market cap. It's way more likely for something like Caspa to 10x than something like a Solana, because Solana is already extremely high in market cap. A 10x for Solana would make it around a $600 billion market cap. Definitely, I would say very, very unlikely in this bull run. So those are things that you want to, really start thinking about. So let's say you were someone that had Solana in your portfolio. Let's say you did buy it back when it was $10 and you wrote it up till now. Hey, congratulations. You made about a, 13, 14x on your money because it's 140 and you got it at 10. But now let's say you're in the boat and you're like, okay, I still want, maybe I want a 10x off of that. Well, you're probably not going to get more than about a 4x off of Solana maximum like outcome, maybe like a $600-700 Solana. Caspa is more likely, and Caspa is got a bullish community, so maybe you might take that money from something like Solana and you might rotate it and put some of those profits in something like Caspa. Again, guys, these are just things that you can be thinking about when it comes to tweaking and building your portfolios. Now, one could go even further and people can be like, okay, I made some money off of Caspa. I want to put it into an even lower market cap play, something like a lithium. And I'm not sure if I spelled that wrong, so my apologies. But the ticker is ALPH. Now, something like a lithium can do more of a return. It can do, I don't want to give you, a whole bunch of random numbers, but lithium is a lower market cap than Caspa. So these are things to just think about when it comes to, building your guys' portfolio. Again, think about the market caps it's at. Think about, the sentiment around it. Does the community seem to be bullish? Do people seem to be backing this? Does it seem that there's a lot of hype with it? And if the answer is yes, then those can be signs of good cryptos to still potentially be invested in. And even something like Injective. Yes, Injective is a high market. Injective is a. Oh, let's see. Yes, something like Injective is in high market cap for this L1 list that I'm going over. Where is it? So drink 44. But it's at it's at a $2 billion market cap. Injective could still go to about it could go to a $40 billion market cap. So you could see a 20x on Injective. I mean, you could. Not saying it will. But realistically, maybe something like a 10x. So you might see a $200 Injective. That could happen in this bull run. So again, guys, it's just things like that you want to be paying attention to when you are going over your portfolios, and you want to do that for all the cryptos in each narrative, and just be like double ask yourself, okay, maybe I hold Miria in my portfolio, but I've been hearing, maybe more bullishness about, for instance, Heroes of Mavia, And I'm not saying this is true or not, but this is just things to be thinking about. Maybe I should stop DCing into Miria so much because I already have a good bag, but maybe I should start building up, another position in another really bullish gaming play. Let's say you have only one gaming play, maybe get something else. Maybe get something that's like Miria is more of like a foundational, like ecosystem where games are being built off of, but Mavi is actual game. So like it's about diversification. And another thing that's not on the list would be something like Shrapnel again, something that's just a game, something that's bullish rather than just getting something that is a stable like ecosystem play. So I hope that's just making sense, guys. Really, my point is just being very not picky, but being thoroughly going through your portfolios, through cryptos that are not even in your portfolio, and just going over them and making sure that you're not losing out on other gems. I'm not saying to go and buy those new cryptos, those new shiny object ones, but you still could find some hidden gems of cryptos that you thought that you faded, that you thought was too late to get in, when really it's not. So yeah, guys, I hope that makes sense. And again, hope to be making at least a couple videos a week. Again, I apologize for the lack of content, just life happening, but it's good to see you guys, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.